Hello. The question of the day: what is polybutylene piping, and why do I even need to be concerned with it? Well, you need to be concerned with it if you're going to list a home that has polybutylene piping with it, even if it's had the copper joints replaced, or they call it an upgrade or an update. Anyway, there was a class action suit against or for those who had polybutylene piping in their home years ago. And there was an award that was given to those folks to get it replaced. So as I'm listing homes here and there or working with a buyer, this is one of the things I always check on right now on the older homes that are built in the 70s and the 80s. Please go down in the lower level where it's unfinished, and so you can see up between the joists, and you can see if there is polybutylene piping. So the reason you need to do that is because this should have been replaced years ago, and it probably is already leaking somewhere in that house. And usually what happens, it's a little pinpoint leak, and one little pinpoint leak that starts inevitably means it's going to go through the whole house, because it's just a ticking time bomb, you guys. And if it goes, it's going to go ugly, and it's going to cause huge destruction to that home. So again, as a buyer agent, you better check it out, because some agents oh, I didn't know. So they're not disclosing, and they maybe didn't know, but it's a really big deal. So as a listing agent, I always ask my folks to go ahead and get it squared away, because I don't want to get halfway in a contract and someone be doing a home inspection and then this come to light, and then maybe having to do the repairs or give a credit. So even if you're going to list it and your client does not have the wherewithal to go ahead and have it taken care of before you put it on the market, you better get an estimate of what it's going to cost. So when it comes to negotiating it, then you have a clue what price or what number you're negotiating, because they have to rip all the plumbing out in the house. They go behind every wall that has plumbing run behind it, put a big hole in it, and then they have to redo the plumbing, run it through the entire house. I mean, it's quite a job. Then on top of that, repair the drywall, remud it, sand it, and then paint it. So with that said, things that destroy it, I mean, a lot of times if it's out on well water, it'll last a little bit longer, because there's not the chemicals that we have in the city in our water to protect us that also destroy the polybutylene piping. So with that, you guys, please take a moment when you're looking at houses with a buyer, go down, look under the joists and see what kind of plumbing is there. And then as a listing agent, please consider going ahead and getting it squared away before you put it on the market. It just makes life so much easier for you, as well as the next party that's buying the house. Bye, you guys. Any questions about polybutylene piping or anything else, please don't hesitate to reach out. Hope you have a great day. This is a missing moment from the Wrangler. Bye, y'all.